These final videos regarding the derivative will be focusing on using the graphing calculator to come up with the derivative or certain characteristics of the derivative. The graphing calculator is going to be required on the AP exam for about maybe a little more than a quarter of the test. You'll have it available to you for just under half the test, but you won't need it on all of the questions in the graphing calculator active section. But with the graphing calculator, there are 4 things in which you need to do. One of which is to actually use the calculator to find a numerical derivative. In other words, let's say you were given the function y equals x squared. Right? So let's go to y equals, and we'll make the function equal to x squared, and we'll go zoom and choose option 4, zoom decimal. And there's our parabola coming up, and there's our graph of y equals x squared. Well, we can get the derivative of x squared at a particular value. Right? Let's go back to the main screen. Right? And again, we know that y1 is equal to x squared, and we're going to use that in a second. But if you hit the math button and we look down at option number 8, we see part of a familiar word there. We see nderiv, which stands for numerical derivative. And when you hit enter, you have this template which shows up on the graphing calculator screen. Now, this is asking for 3 pieces of information: the variable of the function, and then the value at which we're trying to find the derivative. So we're going to take the derivative with respect to x. We're going to hit the x button right up here. And we have our function is x squared. So we have x squared. And let's take the derivative when x is equal to 2. All right, so we take the derivative when x is equal to 2. And we already know what the answer is because x squared's derivative is 2x. And when we plug 2 into that, we get 4. So when we hit enter, lo and behold, there's our 4. And I'm going to scroll up, and I'm just going to hit enter on the function again. And now I can copy it. And let's just say that we wanted the derivative at x equals -5. Well, we can type in -5. And again, we know the derivative in general is 2x. So 2 times -5 will give us -10. And when we hit enter, we get that -10. So the graphing calculator can find the derivative for us on the main screen. And again, that command is math and then option 8. Math 8 brings up the derivative. Now, one quick note with this, you don't have to put the function here in the parentheses if you've already got it in the equation editor. Now, remember before I entered y1 into as x squared. So I can do the derivative with respect to x, and I can bring up my y variable. And again, to get the y variable, we hit the alpha button and then the trace button, and we see all 10 of our y variables. Remember, I put x squared into y1, so I'm going to hit enter so that y1 appears on the screen. And again, let's take the derivative when x is equal to 3. We know the derivative of x squared is 2x, and when we plug in 3, we get 6. So when we hit enter, it goes to y1. It says, oh, x squared is there, and then it gets the derivative of x squared at 3, which is obviously 6. So there's how you find the derivative of a function at a particular value of x on the main screen.